Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Please be seated. I am Dr. Amanda Lopez, Associate Professor of History, Chair of History and Political Science, and President of Faculty Senate. We celebrate this commencement in the spirit that more than 175 years of continuous academic excellence, social concern, and community service at St. Xavier University, an institution rooted in the Catholic tradition and the heritage of the Sisters of Mercy. On behalf of the SXU Board of Trustees, President Lori M. Joyner, the faculty, staff, and students of the entire university committee, I welcome you. Bienvenidos. Dr. Jenny DeVivo, Executive Director of Mission and Heritage, will now lead us in the invocation. Immediately following the invocation, the University Chamber Singers will lead us in the Shushape of Catherine Macaulay and the national anthem. By virtue of an act of Congress, all veterans of the military, including those not in uniform, have been granted the privilege to salute the flag. I invite everyone to please stand for the invocation, Shushape, and national anthem.
Let us pray. Great and awesome God, you gift us in so many ways. You have blessed these graduates with abundant talents which have been nurtured here at St. Xavier. This afternoon, we humbly ask that you accompany them as they go out from here to make their mark on a world in desperate need. Send your Spirit upon them to be their helper and guide. Fill them with all the Spirit's gifts of wisdom, understanding, right judgment, courage, knowledge, reverence, wonder, and awe. Help them to know your hope and desire that they be the ones who bring the world that is into greater harmony with the world you intend. Make them advocates for justice, unafraid to address all that diminishes the human person, intent on making this wounded world more wonderful. Loving God, help each of these graduates to know how much they are loved by you, that you hold them in the palm of your hand. May they never doubt your care for them like a mother cares for her child. Joyful God, may these graduates experience satisfaction and fulfillment in living out what they have learned at St. Xavier, that life is not about me, but what I can do for others. We pray this in your name. Amen.
My God, I am yours for time and eternity. Lord, I am yours forever. It's you that must teach me to trust in your providence, loving Lord. My God, I am yours stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to the 20th president of St. Xavier University, Lori M. Joyner.
Welcome to the 2022 commencement exercises, which celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating class from the College of Arts and Sciences. I am pleased to celebrate our graduates this year in person as a community. I share our collective gratitude for the families and loved ones with us today. The support you have provided to these graduates has allowed them to flourish and has helped them reach this incredible moment. I would also like to extend a special greeting to all the mothers here with us today, in person and in spirit. What a great way to celebrate Mother's Day weekend. Graduates, please stand and turn to those who have accompanied you on this incredible journey and thank them. You may be seated. I am pleased to have representatives of the St. Xavier University Board of Trustees with us, including our board chair, Dr. Patricia Morris, and trustees Avis Clendenin, Tom Hutchinson, Chuck Newman, and Luis Nunez. Also seated behind me are members of our senior leadership team, academic deans, faculty, and staff leadership. We are all passionate about St. Xavier's inspiring mission and commitment to student success, and we are indebted to our incredible faculty, staff, and alumni network for their many contributions to our community. At SXU, we strive for excellence in all we do in order to prepare students for active citizenship, responsible leadership, compassionate service, meaningful lives, and successful careers. Thanks to our collective hard work, St. Xavier remains a best value among universities in the Midwest and a top performer on social mobility according to U.S. News and World Report. In 2022, SXU was once again named a College of Distinction, known for its academic programs and also a leader among Catholic institutions of higher education. SXU has secured more than $16 million in external grants oriented toward student success in recent years and has launched major initiatives to ensure that our graduates are prepared to succeed once they leave this incredible place. Each one of you are heirs to a proud and noble tradition that views your education as a foundation to inform your service, leadership, and efforts to produce positive social change for the benefit of others. This is an essential part of what it means to be Mercy educated. And the true measure of SXU's success is who our graduates become and what they go on to accomplish in the world. You are set apart by your unwavering dedication to meaningful action and your drive to create a more just, compassionate, and equitable world in the spirit of mercy. We look forward to the great things that you will do in the coming years and encourage you to stay connected so that we may continue to celebrate you moving forward. Thank you for being a part of the St. Xavier story, and my very best wishes to each one of you always. At this time, I'd like to welcome Kateri Golbew, Director of Campus Ministry, who will introduce our student speaker.
I am delighted to introduce to you Ms. Yasmin Sawalha, who will speak on behalf of our graduates. Yasmin is a biology and pre-health major and chemistry minor. She was born and raised in Palestine and moved to Chicago about 4 years ago. She has conducted a pathology internship, independent research, honors capstone research, and a statistical research fellowship. She has also participated in and led several remarkable student organizations and worked as a STEM peer mentor. Yasmin is a proud member of the Tri Beta and SXU Honor Societies. Serving her community has always been her greatest priority. After graduating, she plans to continue with clinical research and hopefully teach as well. She will also be pursuing medical school to practice trauma care as a physician. Please join me in welcoming Yasmin to the podium.
Oh, wow, look at us. Good afternoon, everyone, graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. My name is Yasmin Sawalha, and I'm greatly honored to be your speaker for today. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed, in the same direction, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. And I'm sorry to disappoint my professors, but this is as scientific as the speech is gonna get. This law claims that in order to create a change, a force or an action is required to change the course of history. The most brilliant, beautiful woman I know, my best friend, my ultimate inspiration, whom also happens to be my mother, she's right there, Mary Dawood. This amazing woman was the first female in our family to pursue higher education. She managed not only to do that, but also to raise a family in her own, and to create a great role model for her children. She raised me to be bright, outspoken, to question everything, and most importantly, to advocate for others. As a child, I was always at the top of my class, so you can imagine my disappointment when the same father that walked out on his family came back to tell me that I raised my head too high, that my voice is too loud. When he would not allow me to pursue higher education or I would lose my birthright, I chose to walk away and leave it all behind. I moved to a new state and I transferred to St. Xavier University, so I thank the generosity of this school and the support of those who are here today. I was born and raised in Palestine, and by the way, free Palestine, always and forever. So, coming from a country that is still fighting the same war since the time my grandparents were children, into the warm and welcome arm of this institution that was built by the Sisters of Mercy in 1846. Their 5 critical concerns are women's education, the evils of racism, peace through nonviolence, safe and humane immigration, and the sustainability of life on Earth. This speech is being given to you by a woman of color, a Muslim and an immigrant, whom thanks to SXU was able to regain her voice and able once again to take action. Serving my community was always my greatest priority. During my time here, I led organizations that advocate for the earth and people with disability. I mentored other students while working as a STEM peer mentor, and I also found my greatest passion through research, while now working on entering medical school to pursue a career as a trauma doctor. I'm a product of SXU, which is a great way to celebrate 175 years of greatness and excellence in education and mission. 175 years is such a long time, and just to put it into perspective for you, 175 years ago, we did not have phones, which is totally unrelated, but still. In conclusion, someone has to do it. Someone needs to break the silence and to break the pattern. When you're walking up to the next obstacle that you're bound to face, just remind yourself that you will find your voice and you'll be able to overcome it. And hopefully, you'll help someone else to do the same. I would like to end by reminding you all that life comes from you, and it is for you. The world is too huge to be suffocating under the pressure of life, which is exactly why we should all be working to reduce our carbon footprint. There are so many people that I would love to thank today, but in effort to keep this speech short, and I know you guys are hungry because I am too, I would like instead to thank myself, because the ethic that you guys have had is now imprinted within me. And at the end of it all, we're all just molecules. I hope that it's obvious now that I'm a biology major. Congratulations, everyone. I'm so proud of all of us, mostly me, but thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin. The university is proud of you and proud of all of your classmates. Congratulations on your graduation today. It is a unique privilege for institutions of higher learning to award honorary doctoral degrees at commencement. This afternoon, we are privileged to award an honorary degree to Miss Kimbrielle R. Kelly, St. Xavier graduate and Washington, D.C. Bureau Chief for the Los Angeles Times. It's my honor and delight to introduce Ms. Kimbrielle Kelly, an esteemed graduate of St. Xavier and Boston University's prestigious graduate program in journalism. Kimbrielle serves as Washington Bureau Chief of the Los Angeles Times, leading a 30-person team responsible for covering national politics and policy. The LA Times describes Kimbrielle as a journalist of infectious enthusiasm and tremendous drive. She has twice served as visiting lecturer in the Humanities Council and Ferris Professor of Journalism at Princeton University. Kimbrielle started her journalism career at the Daily Herald, a widely circulated newspaper covering suburban Chicagoland. As a reporter and then as editor and publisher for the Chicago Reader, she investigated issues surrounding racial and economic equality, overseeing a Sigma Delta Chi award-winning investigation into tenant evictions by the Chicago Housing Authority. In 2012, Kimbrielle joined the Washington Post as an investigative reporter, eventually serving as lead contributor to the paper's 2016 Pulitzer Prize for National Reporting for its documentation of officer-involved shootings. In 2019, Kimbrielle was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize in reporting for her coverage of unsolved urban homicides. She is the recipient of the Polk Award for National Reporting, the NAJB Salute to Excellence Award, the Herman Kogan Award, the Paul Tobinkin Memorial Award, the Clarion Award, and the Chicago Headline Award. For this and other pertinent reasons, we are most pleased to confer on Ms. Kimbrielle R. Kelly, class of 1997, the degree Doctor of Arts and Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereof, done in Chicago on this 7th day of May, 2022. It's my great pleasure to invite Ms. Kelly to deliver an address to our graduates.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will try to keep this as brief as possible. I know you want to get on to your graduation and eat. I'm excited to be here today. 25 years ago, this month, probably this week, I was sitting right where you are, graduating from St. Xavier University. Well, we didn't have this beautiful center. We had a tent in the front lawn over there. But we all gathered there hoping it wouldn't rain and just to listen to some inspiring words from our speaker. So our speaker that day was Tracy Chapman. Do you remember her? Okay, I'm kind of dating myself. All right, for those who don't remember Tracy Chapman, she sang this song called Fast Cars. And the lyrics were very emblematic of what we're all going through at this moment in time. And so maybe you can relate to it as we did back then. I'm just going to say a few words from it. This is what she said. You got a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. But then a little bit later down, she's got my favorite line. I had a feeling I could be someone. Be someone, be someone. So let's start there. How and when do you get to be someone? I want to share with you today 3 things that I've learned in the 25 years since I sat in that lawn chair in my red robe, hoping that one day I might be someone after getting a bachelor's degree from St. Xavier University. Like many of you, perhaps I hadn't financed my education entirely on my own. My school statements looked like an itemized recipe. Some part grants, some part student loans, some part scholarship, some part money from my part-time job. Some part money from my full-time job. I drove to campus every day. I studied in the library, went back home every night, spent it with my family. I slept on the couch in the break room at work when I was reading my books. But I find some gnarly couches too. I say all of this to say, like you, getting a job after graduation was pretty crucial. It's pretty important. But at the time, there were crushing obstacles in front of me. The unemployment rate was 4.9%. You're probably thinking, well, that's not too bad compared to today's rate of 3.6. But back then, if you were black like me, it was 10%. The highest among all racial and ethnic groups at the time. The prospect of being able to buy a home in the future was a question. Mortgage rates were 8% back then. Just to put that in a little context, right now I read an article the other day that said mortgage rates are soaring to a high of 5%. And as a person who had chosen journalism, I was entering into a field where people said we wouldn't be publishing stories just in the newspaper. There was this new thing that a British scientist had just invented a few years earlier. It was called the World Wide Web. Yes, I'm old. Thank my parents' genes. Your generation has it even worse. The last 2 years, you've had to endure a pandemic that has impacted the world. You have become caregivers for your family. You have lost some family members. You've lost jobs. You studied while trying to put food on the table while also keeping your family safe, and you have already been somebody. And now you're graduating, and you're expected to take this degree and be somebody else. In my brief time before you, I'm hoping to share a few of those lessons from the 25 years since I sat where you are sitting right now. There are 3 key things I want you to walk away with today. 1, know your value and know what your values are. 2, be intentional. And 3, this is very important, be grateful. First and foremost, anyone who knows me, that I'm a pretty private person, and no one likes to put their flaws out on display, but for the benefit of you, I'm going to put a few out there today. In 2012, I started working at the Washington Post. Super cool, right? I was in my late 30s and very intimidated. Total imposter syndrome, y'all. I had spent most of my reporting career here in Chicago and not even at the big dailies. I was at a small nonprofit news organization that most people had never heard of. And I was immediately surrounded by people who had all won Pulitzers, some of them 2 times, and 3 times. I had not won a Pulitzer. So I did a thing. I decided I could spend the rest of my time at the Washington Post trying to be like everybody else and compete with their standards, or I can just decide to be who I was. So I decided to write down a little sheet of paper, my value. I thought it would be brief. So I wrote a few things. I had produced an investigation in Chicago showing that black people were disproportionately impacted by subprime loans. Check. That investigation had spurred an investigation by the Illinois Attorney General. That investigation spurred an investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice, some action there. All that led to the Justice Department's $8.7 billion settlement with Countrywide, at the time the nation's largest mortgage lender. And it was the largest housing discrimination case in that agency's history. I realized I was somebody. I had produced that investigation with heart. And so I wrote this down on my little sheet of paper. I don't remember exactly, but this is the generality of it. I could analyze data. I had perspective as a person of color. I could do complex stories and distill it simply for the people who are going to read our stories. And I had an ability to connect with people, to hear their stories. But here's the important part. I took that sheet of paper, and I didn't just write it down. I pinned it to my wall above my desk at the Washington Post. It wasn't important just to write that list. It was important for me to see it every day, to remind myself why I'm here in those moments when I was asking that question. That was back in 2012. 4 years later, in 2016, I was part of the Pulitzer Prize team that uncovered the FBI's undercounting of fatal officer-involved shootings. The next year, I led a year-long effort to document how police departments kept problem officers on the force. The year after that, I undertook a major public record series documenting unsolved homicides in major cities across America that was a finalist for the Pulitzer. I was someone again. My second point is to be intentional. On January 6th last year, there was an insurrection at the United States Capitol. I had been in my job 9 weeks at that point. I had been named the Washington Bureau Chief, overseeing a 30-person office for the LA Times in Washington, D.C. And I remember getting a message from one of my reporters asking if I was watching the news because there was a riot happening at the Capitol. I thought that he was being dramatic. And so I toggled to the screen and I saw what was unfolding in front of me. And at the same time, I got a message from another reporter on my staff. She was trapped inside. "I'm locked in the chamber with a House member," she said to me in a message. "The crowd has made it to the row." The message cut off. She was eventually rescued, and I was amazed at the work of my staff that day, that they were able to produce under pressure, full of danger. But in the days continued to be hard, and life around the Capitol was hard. Parks were overtaken by military installations. Traffic lights were accompanied with Humvees and men with long guns. And there was a pandemic. Here I was, a black woman named to lead the Washington Bureau, the first person of color since the Bureau began operating in the 1940s. The days and nights blurred, and I was short of editors, and my staff wondered why the green active light on Slack was always on. By the summer, I was both physically and mentally exhausted, and I felt like I was shutting down. I stepped away for a few weeks to spend some time on the water, just staring out into space, and came to realize that what I was doing wasn't working. I couldn't let just life carry me away from day to day, instinctively responding to the fire of the day. I had to center myself and be intentional about how I would lead my life. I began to journal. I made it a practice every single day to do it as soon as I woke up. I wrote down my intention for the day. It reminded me of what I needed to focus on. Sometimes it was just be calm. Sometimes I wrote peace. Sometimes I wrote efficiency, but most often I wrote the word joy. Life will always throw difficult circumstances at you, but what I learned in my moments of journaling is that you can't always control what's happening around you. But by the end of the year, I had written in the journal daily, and my boss asked me to write down a list of all that I had accomplished that year, and I looked back and I was surprised. I had helped bring in the new executive editor of the LA Times. I had found the new TikTok host for our company. I had launched a couple of successful series, and I had led my 30-person team through a pandemic, but most importantly, through an insurrection. It was yet another reminder that I am someone. As I mentioned earlier, part of the journaling I did was writing down what I was grateful for, and I won't say much on that here except to say, when there is chaos brewing around you, take a moment and remember what you're grateful for. It helps you to refocus on the things that you have and the things that are actually very important to you. The more I wrote gratitudes, the more I realized I couldn't wait to write them down. Initially, I would rush through the list like a check, head count, sleep, check, life, check. But then I realized that the longer I meditated, I thought about different words. Words like sleep turned into rest. Words like life turned into love and family. And I began to notice that they showed up often. After several months, I realized that my life couldn't only be defined by my job and its successes, which I had had many. I was now someone. In my gratitude for today, I'm thankful for you, for allowing me to share a little bit of my life with you in the hope that maybe 25 years from now, it might be you that's standing right here, before the graduating class, sharing all that you have learned in your journey of the last 25 years. I'm grateful for the honorary degree that I've received, and you as the class of 2022, to which I am now forever linked. I'm grateful for the 175 years that this institution has served people who look like me, and the values of mercy and grace that it has shown. After graduation, I not only went on to become a reporter, but also a professor, teaching at Roosevelt University, the University of California, Berkeley, American University, and most recently twice at Princeton University. My students know that I love a pop quiz, so before you get to graduate, I'd like you to take out a pen and paper. Just kidding. No, seriously. All right, but do take out your cell phone. We have a little exercise. In the audience, feel free to participate as well. So you can do this in memo, but open up your camera and make it self-facing. So we're going to answer 3 questions. We're going to do a little journaling. You don't have to do it, but feel free to do it and post it and share it later, or just to look back on. We're going to answer three questions. You're going to record yourself. 1, I want you to say what you're grateful for today. My example, I'm grateful for the love of my family, who is also here and recording. Hello. The second thing I want you to say is, what can you affirm today about yourself? What is powerful? And don't let the imposter syndrome in you pick this one. Pick what your friends would actually say about you, what your family would say. And then the third thing I want you to say, and we're going to all say that, I am someone. So, you can do it with me. I'm going to take a second. I'll do it, because I know you like professors to do the things that you do, so let's do this. All right. Video's going. I am grateful for the love of my family. I am a powerful Black woman. I am someone. All right. Thank you to the graduating class of 2022 I look forward to seeing what you accomplish. You may not know what it is today, but you are someone, and you will continue to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly, and welcome back to SXU. Today is a very important and significant day for our graduates and their families who want to hear their loved ones' names as they are pronounced. So, okay, please, por favor, be nice. Hold your applause as well as your yells, whistles, gritos, and other noises until all the names have been called. Do your best. We also request that all guests remain seated during the ceremony unless otherwise noted. So, candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences will be presented by Dr. Bindu Alapat, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the undergraduate degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand? President Joyner and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates before you have satisfactorily completed the prescribed degree studies for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music degrees.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music degrees on these candidates with all the rights and privileges thereof.
We'll move it when it's time for him to come up. Yeah, we'll get it out of your way when it's time to come up. We got you covered. I have no idea. Are you alone? No one has their name card? We'll give it a minute. Yeah, let's get everybody. Okay. Malak. It's a no. Okay. We ready? Okay. Malak Ahmed. Naomi Akilu. Luis Alatora. Ariel Tanae Alexander. Joanna Aldrente, cum laude. Arwa Ali, magna cum laude. Thank you. Samantha Giselle Alvarado, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Michael Alsat, cum laude. David Alvarez. Veronica Lisette Alvarez. Kiara R. Aparicio, summa cum laude. James M. Armstrong, magna cum laude. Leslie C. Arroyo, magna cum laude. Zainab Al-Shaheen. Adriana A. Barban. Takayla Barnes. Jessica D. Barrera, cum laude. Ryan Scott Benson, cum laude. Rita Nicole Bellato, summa cum laude. Mary I. Branken, summa cum laude. Yeah. Kevin D. Brennan, summa cum laude. Shanice Nicole Brown. Solomon Sylvester Brown, magna cum laude. Holly M. Bryce, summa cum laude. Diane R. Butnario, summa cum laude. Mary T. Calderon. Nadia Naomi Caravantes, Chacone, magna cum laude. Manuel Carrera. Molly E. Carroll. Danielle E. Carton, cum laude. Alana S. Carter. Alfredo Carvajal, magna cum laude. Ayla Castillo. Nina M. Castro Giovanni, summa cum laude. Jadam N. Chandler Parnell. Mary Claire Chippetto, cum laude. Cherith K. Claudy, summa cum laude. Victoria M. Collins, magna cum laude. Corey C. Crump II, summa cum laude. Hadil H. Damra, summa cum laude. Natalie Rose Davidson, summa cum laude. Cynthia L. Davis. Jack A. De Leon, summa cum laude. Irma De Nova. Alexander Diaz, cum laude. Kelly R. Du, summa cum laude. Okay. Dominic Dye, magna cum laude. Nicholas M. Dwyer. Alejandra Diaz Nava. Natalie Duenas, magna cum laude. Alonzo Diaz. Lizbeth Garcia Estrada, summa cum laude. Thomas J. Falvey. Amanda Rita Ferramosca. Anissa C. Figaro, summa cum laude. Brianna Elise Flater. Juan C. Flores, Jr. Crystal Garcia, cum laude. Crystal Garcia. Pablo George, magna cum laude. Cynthia Annette Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Yenny Marie Gudino, summa cum laude. Cynthia Guerrero. Jorge C. Guzman. Patrick Hamill. Trevor T. Hauscher. Cecilia Hernandez. Fatima Y. Hernandez. Leslie Hernandez Aranda. Amani M. Hill, summa cum laude. Nicholas Holmes. Natalia Yankovic. Jack T. Jaskierski. Megan M. Jennings, summa cum laude. Audrey R. Johnson, cum laude. Brianna Nicole Johnson. Talia Johnson. Piper Joy Jones, cum laude. Timothy S. Jones, magna cum laude. Molly Maureen Joyce. Shannon M. Jania, summa cum laude. Cassandra M. Kramer, summa cum laude. Anna P. Cusper. Brashay Lacey. Morgan J. Lanigan. Shay Michelin Liskey, magna cum laude. Amber Rose Maddox. Matthew Stephen Maltese, summa cum laude. Angela America Marquez, summa cum laude. Cynthia Marquez. Caitlin M. Martin, summa cum laude. Heather D. Mayhew, summa cum laude. Cum laude, okay. Devin McKenzie, cum laude. Edward Joseph McClory. Sandra L. Mendoza, magna cum laude. Rachel S. Mensa, cum laude. Caitlin M. Michaels, summa cum laude. Wilbur G. Majaro Montinez. Saido Bomo. Pedro Muniz Torres. Renee V. Nealis, summa cum laude. Juan P. Nguyen, magna cum laude. Stephanie N. Ochoa, cum laude. Ryan K. O'Neill. Catherine Jacqueline Padilla, cum laude. Eric J. Papierski. Yasmin Perez, magna cum laude. Nadia G. Perez. Nestor Daniel Quevedo, cum laude. Zainab A. Ramadan, magna cum laude. Raphael McElroy, cum laude. Sahira Nabil Nabila Razik, magna cum laude. Moses Renaga Louven, Jr. Autumn D. Richards. Janice D. Richards. Christopher Carl Rizzo. Regina Simone Robinson. Julio L. Rodriguez, cum laude. Rigoberto Rodriguez. Kimberly Michelle Ross, magna cum laude. Sam R. Ryan, cum laude. Samir Sajad. Anna V. Salazar, cum laude. Emily L. Salgado Hureta. Bryce E. Celine. Elizabeth Salto, magna cum laude. Kadani N. Sanchez. Michelle T. Sasala, magna cum laude. Fatima J. Cerna, magna cum laude. Ashley Star Serrano. Ilyana Isaac Sugayar. Roxana Serrato, cum laude. Michael Ship. Brendan James Simiowski, summa cum laude. David R. Simpson. Ariana C. Spencer. Tatiana Alexis Taylor, summa cum laude. Daisy Uriel-Stegi, magna cum laude. Emily Grace Von Sickle. Areli Vargas. Mark Anthony Vargas. Jacob A. Vasquez. Stephanie Vela. Karina Villasenor. Madeline M. Vojasic. Anthony D. Wallace, cum laude. Jamie Rose Normandia Walton, magna cum laude. McKenna Elise Zobel, cum laude. Julian Zvolinski. Dia Mazen Abdul Rahman. Emily Acosta. Ryan K. Alberg. Ryan T. Algrim, magna cum laude. Melvin Josue Alamo. Nada M. Alaraj, summa cum laude. Bayan Al Farouk, summa cum laude. Amir N. Al Shatnawe, summa cum laude. Emron O. Altabaki. Alondra Alvarado. Veronica Alvarez. Natalie Andrade. Besa Asani. John O. Askenbach Jr. Nadine Barakat Armouche, magna cum laude. Magdalena J. Biernat. Jocelyn Cabrera. Trame G. Cantuba, cum laude. Daniel Carabas, cum laude. Priscilla Carrillo, magna cum laude. Leobardo Castillo. Mercedes G. Chahaski, magna cum laude. Jeannie L. Clark, summa cum laude. Huette Ivana Clemente, cum laude. Madison A. Klein Laycox, summa cum laude. Alma E. Correa, magna cum laude. Hassan S. Dake. Jessica G. Dawson. Sabrina Yasser Dawood. Maria E. De Leon Sanchez, cum laude. Naomi G. Delvea. Adrian Delgado Silva. Matthew R. N. Dodge, summa cum laude. Karen Diane Dorantes, summa cum laude. John T. Draper, summa cum laude. Claire E. Ewers, magna cum laude. Deanna T. Falana. Zena A. Farhan, cum laude. Diana M. Ferria. Marta Flores. Baltasar Galarza, magna cum laude. Gabriela Jacqueline Gamboa, summa cum laude. Gabriela Garcia. Guadalupe Garcia. Max A. Garcia. Rachel Garcia, summa cum laude. Anaya M. Gathing. Madison Nicole Galt. Bridget Joyce Giblin. Amy Gonzalez. David M. Gutierrez, cum laude. Ryan Wiederer. Sarah I. Hassan, summa cum laude. Bernardo Hernandez. Christopher Hernandez, magna cum laude. Jasmine N. Hernandez. Louis Herrera, magna cum laude. Tasneem Jabbar, summa cum laude. Alexis James Anderson. Nakia J. Jones. Tamron Jonte Jordan, summa cum laude. Nicholas N. Jostin, summa cum laude. Juarez, summa cum laude. Hiyam Y. Karim. Okay. Jessica Krachewski. Ashley Gia Armani Kendall. Kayla M. Crow, summa cum laude. Julia E. Lanigan. Emily A. Larman, magna cum laude. Patricia Loss, cum laude. Alexis N. Latham. Keely E. Leary. Alejandra Margarita Lopez, magna cum laude. Jasmine Lopez, cum laude. Jacob Tyler Luzader, summa cum laude. Andrew Paul Mercheski. Michaela Marie Mariotti, summa cum laude. Giselle Marbella Martinez. Alan Ivan Martinez Lopez, summa cum laude. Trinity C. May. Janisa Eileen Morales, summa cum laude. Darius L. Morgan. Angelia A. Munoz, summa cum laude. Gabriela Nava. Patricia Niklelberg, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Olano. Sharon C. Onura. Ruhin Patel. Bianca Patino, magna cum laude. Alexis Angelica Pena, magna cum laude. Zion A. Powell, magna cum laude. Alex C. Pudlick. Howie C. Ramos, summa cum laude. Asia Rios. Emily A. Roa, magna cum laude. David Rozo, summa cum laude. Sabrine Saeed, summa cum laude. Dina Sami Salah. Mohammed M. Salama, summa cum laude. Miriam Saker Salama, summa cum laude. Janine R. Sumaru, magna cum laude. Anthony B. Sorrow, summa cum laude. Madeline Suzanne Sartelo. Are you next? Okay. Yasmin O. Sawala, summa cum laude. Kristen Elise Scheffler, summa cum laude. Paige Catherine Sierra, summa cum laude. Shehab M. Shalabi, magna cum laude. Goku Shubu Jose. Sarita K. Smith. Samantha R. Termundi, summa cum laude. Haley Marie Thielman, magna cum laude. Jillian Josephine Thomas, summa cum laude. Jamura M. Tracy. Juanita Mia Velasquez, cum laude. Charlotte Kathleen Venezio, cum laude. Tonya Villanueva. Joseph Villarubia. Sierra Dolores Waluski, magna cum laude. Alexander D. Wigsmoen, summa cum laude. Ayana A. Wilson. London C. Wimberly, cum laude. Nathan Michael Yartz. Kian K. Young. Mario L. Young, Jr. Andy Garcia, magna cum laude. Elizabeth A. Lashaber, magna cum laude. John Paul Zampino.
Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated now. You may be seated now. Will the graduate degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand? Graduates. President Joyner and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates before you have satisfactorily completed the prescribed degree studies for the Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Applied Computer Science, and Master of Science in Medical Sciences degrees.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer on these candidates the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Applied Computer Science, and Master of Science in Medical Sciences degrees with all the rights and privileges thereof.
Haida Abdallah. Dana M. Alba. Ruba Sheikh. Noor Al-Sheikh. Caitlin May Alton. Jeffrey M. Bod. Shannon Bohannick. Danielle Victoria Brantley. Taylor N. Galvin. Hannah Cynthia Green. Aaron L. Jones. Allison Marie Kruchik. Christine M. LaHaye. Kaylee Ann Lunds. Danielle L. Nally. Mahmoud Z. Othman. Alexandra N. Padilla. Gail M. Peden Thompson. Alicia D. Sanders. Melanie Marie Sinerchia. Rebecca J. Shalik. Jordan Renee Tatro. Susana Urquiza. Marquita A. Wallace. Sharon Abdallah. Nadia Abu Samaya. Lauren Arias. Linda Diane Beardsley. Jessica L. Bender. Samantha Beese. Mark Brodnix. Yvette Carrillo. Casey M. Doyle. Jessica Echeverria. Sabira Adeta Fazoki. Maria Gamboa. Rachel N. Gonzalez. Noel Hassan. Emma Healy. Tiffany Jones. Stephanie Lynn Catello. Bridget E. Krasowski. Sarah N. Kubiak. Samantha N. Larry. Micah Marcellus. Angela D. McDowell Richards. Lindsay Nicole Maya. Juliana Morales. Ferris Munir Nimri. Margaret C. Novak. Stanisha L. Payne. Shaquana R. Pickens. Latanya L. Reed Anderson. Susan E. Reyes. Adam Riddle. Oluwatoyin Rotibi. Christine R. Salazar. Ezra D. Steffen. Ryan Weber. Angela N. Williams. Devin L. Williams. Takesha A. Williams. Zara I. Al-Said. Alfredo Arviju. Andrew S. Bergstrand. Gegosh J. Kudzic. Dariush Hapuka. Jeremy Robert Kilpatrick. Ruth Oyeyemi Idawale. KCI M. Aldik. Maria K. Bialik. Ariana Marie Canelis. Gavin J. Donnelly. Dominique DeAndrea Griffith. Carla N. Guerrero. Malik Amaz Hussain. Anahar Ibrahim. Stephanie Chinea Uwadmadai. Moise Dennis K. Jean. William F. Jeffers. Kennedy Kimbra. Jocelyn J. Lopez. Jasmine Elisa Mudiapan. Veronica B. Pusuelos. Alexis J. Robinson Deere. Salma Venicia Jaramillo. Rihanna D. Scott. Tynacia N. Smith. Kina Simone Williams.
Now I invite the undergraduates from the College of Arts and Sciences to stand with the graduate students for an important rite of passage associated with commencement. Please move the tassels on your cap from the right side to the left side. Graduates, by the symbolism of moving your tassels from one side to the other, you now cross over into full membership in the St. Xavier University National Alumni Association, a distinction of honor and accomplishment. Congratulations, graduates. Now you may be seated. Congratulations.
I'm so proud of all of y'all. Okay. At this time, I would like to introduce Atheniel Mahone. A native of Gary, Indiana, Atheniel Mahone began his educational career at St. Xavier University in 1999. Atheniel has received multiple degrees from St. Xavier since graduating with his Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education in 2003. As Atheniel continued his education, he received his Master of Arts in Special Education in 2005 and his Master of Arts in Education Administration in 2013. Atheniel's professional career began as an admission counselor at SXU in 2003. In 2005, he began teaching at Longwood Charter School. In 2006, he became the initial special education case manager for Urban Prep Charter Academy for Young Men, the first all-boys public charter school focused on African-American young men in Chicago. During his time there, he would serve as the case manager, athletic director, and eventually assistant principal. During his 12 years, Urban Prep graduated 9 classes, all with young men accepted to 4-year colleges or universities. Atheniel would become the assistant principal at the historic Marshall High School in 2018 before going back to his hometown as principal of Westside High School in 2019. Atheniel currently serves as the assistant principal at Urban Prep West Campus. Atheniel resides in Chicago with his wife of 17 years, Stephanie, and their 12-year-old son, Mason. Please welcome Atheniel.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those who know me, they may not know Atheniel, they know OT. Congratulations to all the 2022 graduates. Whether you have received your bachelor's degree or your master's degree, you have accomplished a major life goal that can never be taken from you. Each of you have navigated a global pandemic despite the world shutting down and you having class being held in your living room. The pandemic for some of you may have caused you to become discouraged. For others, the pandemic may have provided an opportunity for you to accomplish a new goal in your life. Whatever your reason may be, you are finished and you deserve this moment. It is hard for me to believe that I crossed this stage almost 20 years ago with my first degree. Unlike many of you, my pictures were not posted on Facebook. They were placed in my mother's photo album, only to be seen by family members during holidays. Nonetheless, we are now connected forever as graduates of St. Xavier. If I could leave you with some advice, it would be these 3 things. First, as you embark on your next chapter, remember to nurture the relationships that you have made during your time here. Some of those relationships may be within the Alumni Association or within the faculty and staff you have met along the way. If you are like me, you may realize your first degree in elementary education was not for you. It may be the influence of such professors as Dr. Meg Carroll or others that may lead you into a different area. She definitely deserves that hand clap. Secondly, you are not done learning. As an educator, I can tell you I continue to learn each day. Push yourself to be a lifelong learner. In the words of Henry Ford, anyone who stops learning is old, whether they are 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. Lastly, give back. One of the greatest things we can do is volunteer our time to give hope and encouragement to the generation that follows. Whether you are good at math, volleyball, or chess, share your talents with the world. As I reflect on almost 20 years from my first degree, I always ask myself, what is it about St. Xavier? What role has St. Xavier played in my life? After years of reflecting, I realized the relationships created, the experiences and the lessons learned has led me to understand the mission of this institution and how it was instilled in me during my time here. St. Xavier's mission is to educate persons to search for truth, to think critically, to communicate effectively, and to serve wisely and compassionately in support of human dignity and the common good. As you move forward in your careers, I implore you to embody with you the principles of the mission statement. It is a roadmap to success. Again, graduates, congratulations on your accomplishments. There's one thing I would share. I want to welcome all of you as being now alumni of St. Xavier. I encourage you to come back. I encourage you to give back. And if you're like me, a person who enjoyed and loved my time here, I came back for 2 more degrees after my first one. Again, before I sit down and take my seat, I want to wish every mother in here a happy Mother's Day. Hopefully each of you enjoy your day. And again, congratulations to the class of 2022.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Patricia A. Morris, Chair of the Board of Trustees and alumni from the class of 1983, to offer our prayer of benediction.
Today has been a momentous celebration. The celebration of knowledge gained, exams passed, and degrees earned. A celebration of friendships formed, mentors established, and paths laid forward. Today you begin to reap the benefits of years of hard work as you face a bright future filled with wonder and hope. As you prepare to depart from this place, we pray that you will remember and live out the values instilled in your hearts here at St. Xavier. May you demonstrate respect in every interaction, knowing each person has dignity and potential. May you continue to strive for excellence while having the humility to accept and learn from setbacks. May you embrace diversity, recalling the value of varied stories, traditions, and perspectives. May you extend compassion to all those you encounter, true to the spirit of mercy you have known and witnessed. May you welcome others with gracious hospitality, knowing in the face of a stranger can be found the face of God. May you uphold integrity in your work and in your life, being true to the person you were created to be. May you put your knowledge into practice while never ceasing to find new ways to learn, to continue learning and growing. Maybe you offer yourself always in the service of others, not counting the cost or seeking the reward. And through all of this, may God bless you and keep you. And may you know the constant care, presence, and mercy of the one who loves you to the ends of the earth. Amen.
Okay, now what everyone's been waiting for. Graduates, honored guests, faculty, and staff of St. Xavier, we have come to the close of this ceremony, and you will soon leave as graduates of SXU ready to celebrate. On behalf of President Joyner and the entire SXU community, you're invited to a reception in the Student Cafe Atrium and O'Malley Quad in the Ward Academic Center. Along the way through the Smith-Morris Quad, you'll find a lot of opportunities for photos with your families and friends and your beloved professors too, right? Now, to ensure graduates and their families, hold on y'all, have a safe and orderly exit, we would like to request that all guests remain seated until the very last graduate has left the arena. Guests may then exit the building via the first floor and second floor east doors behind the stage, of course after the graduates, or outside of the main entrances of the building. Public safety staff and student ambassadors will assist you to the nearest exit. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. Again, congratulations, felicidades to our graduates. Viva SXU!